Hello Sunday morning people, this is a quick phone update for you because this is going to be the second Sunday in succession where I have unfortunately not had a video time to prepare, video not preparing in time. I've been flat out, I know, excuses, trying to just get ready so I can go back to the Germany. And yeah, the car is looking a lot different. The Merd is no longer, I scrapped this car yesterday, is gone. Oh, it's time to say goodbye for one final time. See you later. And I even bought a new car yesterday, which I'll show you in a second even, but yeah, the MR2 is nearly good to go. I've got a few more jobs to do this weekend, basic stuff. I'm gonna get rid of the coolant, put water in, and I had it on the dyno today and it made same power as that one basically, which is about as good as the ones ZZs are gonna get, but it's good. It's now got a short ratio gearbox, a car's LSD, it's got the cage in there, harness and stuff is all going in. I've got a good data logging stuff. I've installed sensors for the AFR and the oil temp and stuff. We've got an oil cooler going on in the side pod, which is all very cool and nice. Obviously the hard top colour matched, and yeah, it's nearly there. I'm nearly ready to drive it back to the Nordschleife, and hopefully I'm going to stay there for a little bit. Civic, so you're waiting to see, and the video I wanted to post today was the Civic's final race at Donington Park. Unfortunately, I've not had time to even start editing that video, and you know, today's Saturday afternoon, and obviously I'm not going to have time to post that. But yeah, the Civic's just resting. A few people asked why we've got to break the Civic. Well, the good news is the Civic's not going anywhere as such. We're just going to take the running gear and everything from it, put it onto the Integra. So the Integra's going to be, K24, and maybe do some things to the engine as well whilst we're there. I'm not too sure yet, but the Integra, needs to rise from this. But this is not going to go anywhere because I've got my plan for this. I'll just tell you. I'm not going to try and hide any secrets or anything, right? I want to go B16 with this, with a short ratio box, right? That's my plan for this. I want to just have a B series EG. I just think that'll be cool. I've not touched the E46. I've got a track day booked at the end of this month at the Nürburgring, which is going to be for the E46, but I've not even had a chance to touch it. I got a parcel for it the other day, which is a center console without the armrest, very nice. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm trying to get there, and there's stuff going on, but yeah, we're not quite there. There's some stuff, obviously. It's Saturday, and everyone's having some fun today. That's the car I bought yesterday. Basically, I've got two gearboxes from that car. It's a Corolla T Sport, right? Yes, 2ZZ. I've got one of those gearboxes on my MR2 now. That's the short ratio that I told you about, because this is obviously a 2ZZ that revs higher and it's got bigger tires on. You put that box in an MR2 and it, my top speed went from being 160 to 130. So, imagine maybe it was 170, but anyway, the gears are a lot shorter. If you remember at the Nürburgring, if you took note, at the Nürburgring, this car was 500 pounds, by the way, 69,000 miles. How can you say no to that? You can't, right? I didn't want a 2ZZ especially, but we've got one now, so yeah, who knows what the future might hold for the MR2. We'll see. But yeah, the gearbox, so I've had two of those Corolla T-Sport gearboxes, and we made one from two, and it's still not ideal, right? I wouldn't say I got shafted, but I certainly bought a premium box, which should have been a lot better than what it was, and the final drive was knackered. And then Andy J Spec had one kicking about, and he gifted me that. And the gear set was a bit knackered on that, but the casing was good, and we had to make one from two, and it was all a bit of a faff. But yeah, I didn't want to leave the Sunday mornings again without a quick little update from me, and I figured I'd give you a little update on my phone to show you how things are. I've got loads of videos, I've got a portable hard drive which is like 4 terabytes, and it's pretty much full of footage from when I've been doing stuff. Like, I've got another Nürburgring trip to share with you. I took the Black M3 obviously with the van lap record, and all my work trying and failing to do so many things with this car. Yeah, you look at it, you might not think a lot's gone on, but I've spent so much time doing things that are new to me, such as I've been pissing about with these little computers. I've got a little let me show you briefly. This is all top secret. It's not top secret, but I've got a little computer in here. It's an Adafruit, like an Arduino little style thing, right? And what that does is it takes the 0 to 5 signal outputs from the AEM gauges, and sends them to my Race Chrono app on the, we've got this new head unit from my Toto. It's a Android head unit, and yeah, I can basically log, like obviously sensors are good and seeing things is good, but I can actually log it. So when I'm driving around the track with my 10 Hz GPS receiver, and we've got OBD information as well, so that's all going to go into a centralized logging spot, right? All very good and nice. Hey, let me show you something special as well about this, right? You see that there? You see that there? Oh yeah, the interior of the car. So I've tried to make a nice livable place. A ring tool. It's quite heavy compared to my other MR2. You know, still got quite a lot of mass. It is around 30 kilos lighter than it was, but it's still, you know, I think it's about 970 kilos or so. When the head unit turns on, so it boots up into Race Chrono Pro, which is what I need, but also it's in reverse right now. Yeah, we've got front and rear dash cam and reversing camera, which is kind of cool. I'll just show you some of the data stuff that I've been doing, right? So if I just take it out of reverse, there's no card in it at the minute, that's why it's doing that. If I start the Race Chrono app, so you might have seen me using this before. I've not given up on the Garmin as such, but this is this is a pretty nerdy app, you could say, is the Race Chrono. You can put a lot of inputs into it and you can play around with it a lot, and it's pretty cool if you're a bit nerdy. Race Chrono Pro is the app that you need to do all this. It's about 20 quid, but honestly it's well worth 20 quid all day. So yeah, as you can see here, it's reading information. I'm struggling a little bit with the scaling. I'm going to go back and have another look at the scaling in a sec. We see how it says temperature 43. That's the oil temperature. Currently it's 42 on that scale, right? The engine was just running a few moments ago, but yeah, so I'm logging information from there into there, and what that does is it'll go, if we stop that, I can export all this onto, you know, SD cards and stuff, but if we go into some sessions, we can just, you know, we can look at data on here if we want, but it's just as easy to export it as well, and you can CS visas and stuff. You know, it's just data, right? It's just logging data. Data's good. It'll be useful for when we're doing stuff. I've also got pedal cam, right? Pedal cam with a full interior can be a bit tricky, so I put some lights in. How about that? Yeah. Obviously, this is all going to be covered in some much longer videos in the future, but yeah, I just felt a little bit bad there because another Sunday without a video, starting to slack. No, I'm not slacking, honestly, I'm not slacking. It's just, I've just been, you know, look at this stuff I've been doing, yeah? Look at the stuff that I've been doing, and obviously this is all coming in future videos. Like I said, look at the back as well. I need to finish off the intake. Believe it or not, so today is about to be about 30 degrees. When we're in a dyno early, 30 degrees, and I was getting 37 intake air temperatures, so not too bad for the air coming in and going out through this vent, but I've got my box to put on still, so it'll be even better soon. I just left it like that because we were comparing different MAF housing adapters. I've got a MAF housing adapter there from a company called Formotive, who made a special Danny DC2 branded one, but we've got my old exhaust manifold on. There's been a lot of messing about getting stuff fitted, and I mean, it's a bit of a mess up here at the minute, but I had to buy, you know, I've look at this, resistors, and oh, it's been a fun time making little circuit boards and stuff. This was V1, just to give you an idea of what I've been doing. In fact, no, this is V2. I actually started with a different board. This worked pretty well, but I made another one because I wasn't 100% sure on the values, and it was exactly the same the second time around. But you know, I've got that to use in different cars. I've been on the 2.5%ers as well. Don't worry about that. We're all good. But yeah, I don't think anything else has changed. Obviously, got rid of that car. Got a new car. Maybe I'll maybe I'll put I bought a new car as a video title, just to, sorry to well, it's technically true, isn't it? So yeah, we bought a new car. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It was 500 quid, which is, you know, not much more than what I paid. I think it was 320 for the gearbox or something like that. And it was a bag of shit. So I bought a car, drove it, it's fine, low mileage, nice car, right? In fact, let me show you more about that car before we finish. Oh yeah, today I'm going to be making my own drop links as well. That should be fun. The rear roll bar's a little bit not straight on this, a little bit less than ideal. You having fun? This car then, limited edition, bro. So yeah, this car failed MOT on something to do with the rear bushes or something. It's a completely stock Corolla T-Sport, and it's actually nice, man. It's a shame, yeah, it's a shame to just like break it, I guess, in a sense, but yeah, it's smart enough, right? It's got that clean interior feel. I mean, it'd clean up well, and you know, with 69,000 miles, maybe it's worth saving to an enthusiast, but unfortunately I am not that guy. So yeah, but no, it runs good. And look at the motor. VTEC. So this is basically the same as the 1ZZ in the MR2, but it's got Toyota's version of VTEC, which takes the power, the maximum output from around 140 horsepower up to about 190 horsepower. So yeah, significant 50 horsepower increase there. But as you can see, this car has been sat around for quite a while, and yeah, I didn't buy it for the engine, but we may as well, right? May as well stick it in the MR2 later in the year, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. It's the gearbox that I wanted. The gearbox is good. Really weird strut brace on these, look. It's like a dampened strut brace. What the hell's going on there? Yeah, whatever. Sporty. That was fine, that. How's the LS corner going? Are you having fun with your LSs? Because they're both working good, aren't they?
Pain, suffering and misery.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and start your M3 up first, Dan?
My M3 will start up now.
Go on then, let's see.
It would do if I wanted it to.
Yeah, go on then.
When you rebuild your DC2, Dan.
My DC2 is fine, mate. Don't worry about that.
He got it to the point where it turned over and then took it apart again.
Yeah, I cranked it over a few times.
Go and start that M3 then.
How's your Milwaukee soldering iron doing?
Fuck, that's
Yeah, mine too.
Mine's fine.
Yeah, after you got it repaired. Anyway, let's not tool chat. Bye. Right, so I was hoping to be back at the Nürburgring by now, by weeks, by months. I've been taking too long to do the most simple things. In a sense, I've been, you know, I can't believe how much time's flown while I've been doing these things on the MR2, like obsessing a little bit, getting a bit tizzy with this little computer thing. You know, it should be simple. I'm just sending some analog inputs over, you know, converting them to digital, sending them over Bluetooth. Should be simple, right? But unfortunately, I managed to make it not so simple, and just trying to get it right. And it's still not 100%. But I'm gonna do some more work on it today. I've got some more work to do on the car, like I said. But next week, I need to be at the Nürburgring, and we'll be doing that track day now in the MR2, which is fine because, you know, more of a safe environment to try and get down to that 8-minute marker, right? Can we get down to 8 minutes in a, I had it on the dyno today, so the car was 143.7 horsepower, right? So that's what we're working with, and the weight's gonna be like about 970 kilos without me. So yeah, we're working with 145 horsepower per ton, roughly, and we'll see what we can do. I'd like to get, you know, knock some time, just see how close we can get to that 8 minutes marker. You know, it'd be fun. But yeah, thanks to everyone for supporting me so far. The merch and stuff's been going well. It's been a pain in the ass on my side of the coin, but it's good to have merch, and I do like a lot of the designs and stuff, and but still ironing out the creases. I've not had a chance to write any blog posts. It's just, I wish I had more time. I don't know where the time's gone. It's just flying. You know, it's nearly the end of June now, and you know, I bought that season ticket at the ring thinking I'd be there a lot more than what I have been. But yeah, time just seems to, it's the time taken to do stuff is always way longer than what it should be. You know, obviously I'm doing everything and most things, everything 90% on my own, right? And I'm doing it out of work hours and stuff, and trying to just get, it's just hard, man. But yeah, thanks to everyone's support, especially on Patreon and stuff. And next week, the Civic video, it is worth the wait, honestly. The battles, it's really good driving in the rain at Donington. And without giving too much away, the second race, I was not performing perhaps as well as what I wished I could have, and kind of flicked a switch, and there's some good driving, good video. It is going to be worth the wait. Apologies that you're going to have to wait, but that's the way it is. Anyway, pretend that we're now, go back in time, back to April. Just go back and go back a couple of months, and I'll see you there with the Civic at Donington next Sunday.
Fuck off, you little weirdo.